I am Lo-Fi Thrasher Lenny Blade, and this is the Retro Hunter Thailand show. So this will be part one of a two-part pickup video. So in this, they're not really related. I'm just trying to make it sound more grandiose than it really is. But yeah, so in this episode I will go through all my pickups from about 2 months or so, 8-9 weeks maybe, of pickups, and it'll be all kinds of stuff except movies. I will make a separate episode about what movies I picked up, but I will show one movie that I picked up, and that is fucking hell. That is this one. So this is the Metallica Cliff 'Em All home video, and when this one came out, I got it on VHS and I was completely blown away. I thought it was so good, even though basically it's a tribute to their bass player Cliff Burton, which is one of the greatest bass players in my opinion to ever play at least this kind of music. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of cool stuff. What I really liked about this was all the backstage stuff, like when they were just screwing around, and there's like an old interview with Dave Mustaine, things like that. I remember watching the tape over and over again, and I finally saw this one on Laserdisc. So I just couldn't believe it. I didn't even know it was released on Laserdisc, to be honest. And so when I saw this one on Facebook Marketplace here in Thailand, I just decided to get it. And he really wanted to sell it, because I was even managed to take the price down from his original asking price. Now, unfortunately, my Laserdisc has since given up on me, and I've thrown it away. So, but I hope to get another Laserdisc player one of these days, and then I can play this one again. We'll do another metal-related pickup here, and that would be the Tankard box set, which contains their Noise, the early albums, there for 1,000 beers. The only thing I don't like is actually the artwork. Well, there's one more thing that I don't really like about it. This is not going to be a full review, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about it. The artwork I thought was a little bit lackluster, and also one thing that I cannot understand why they didn't include are the lyrics. I mean, I can understand they didn't include the lyrics for Zombie Attack, because apparently the lyrics are so bad they don't even make sense. So I can understand that, but they even did not print the lyrics of albums that originally had the lyrics printed on the album, covers. So I don't understand what the point of that is. That they should have all of that good stuff. But it also comes with a good book, and details the history, and there are snippets of lyrics here and there. So all in all, not as cool as the Creator box set, but it's also a little bit cheaper. So I know this was released like months and months ago, but I got it I think 2 months ago, because it arrived a little bit later here in Thailand. So thank you to Pex and Metal Quest for that. Other things I picked up, I can do one more non-game related thing. Well, it is a game, but it's not a video game. Memoir 44. This is a strategic, or actually a tactical combat game. Second World War. It's cool, has a lot of cool little pieces and everything. I haven't got to play it yet, but I'm hoping I will get to play it real soon. So anyways, I got it secondhand also. The next thing I picked up was an original Famicom. This is the original one from the early 80s, and apparently it works, but it did not come with the AV hookup. Well, it's not AV, it's an RF. So there's an RF switch that you need. Kind of like similar to those of you who had Commodore 64s, you remember that you had like an RF switch to connect it to the TV. The Famicom, or the family computer, works the same way. Because I wanted to use this one with my Famicom disk system. Just to make it, use all the original hardware, because I didn't want to use a clone for my episode on the Famicom disk system, which should be up next month. I wanted to use this one, but I couldn't, I can't use it because there's no, he didn't include an RF. Now it's true, I didn't ask, does it come with an RF switch, but I assumed when you're selling a system that you would get all the hookups. I did get the AC adapter, and I got one game with it, which was Mario Bros, which is a good game, but I already had it, so... but it was very cheap. I think I paid $3.50 including shipping, so... But I still would have liked to be able to actually use it, so now I won't be able to do that. So I got this thing, which I thought, it kind of looks like an RF switch, right? Here, it's all in Japanese, so I didn't really know what I was getting. And but apparently it's, nothing. I don't know how to use it, at least. So it is an RF something, it has the aerial and some other stuff. So I may be able to connect it. I haven't really tried yet. I just saw that it didn't fit right away. So. We'll see about that. I also picked up these games. So this is for the Draga Scene-Cast. Idiot. So it's a Fire Pro Wrestling 4. I got this super cheap. I think it was 40 baht. And then I got this one for 20 baht, I think. Machi, I don't even know what it is. It's a sound novel, so I guess I'm not going to be able to enjoy that. And I picked up this one, which is the Nobunaga's Ambition, which is completely in Japanese. But the reason I picked it up is because you actually get a cool map with it. So I can use that. So what I can do is I can download and burn the... if there was an international release, I could do that. I could just burn that and play that. Or I could download and burn the patched version. And then I can play it in English and I can use the map. I also picked up some 360 games. Street Fighter 4, which I have played before. And it's a good one. This one, Legendary. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. So, because I don't play my 360 very much. It's my newest system that I own, but I don't play it very much. And Darksiders. No idea what this is either. So, I also picked up some other stuff that I will show you right now. Alright, we're back down at the table here again, and the first thing I'm gonna show here is the big one. This is a Sega Megadrive. And we had a 3-day holiday coming up here in Thailand, a national holiday, so I figured that would be a good time to pick up a Sega Megadrive. A month or two previously, I picked up 10-12 games, Megadrive games, even though I didn't even have a system yet. Simply because they're usually overpriced here, the system themselves, but once in a while there'll be a system on Facebook Marketplace, and which is not overpriced. This one was 1500 baht, including shipping, and it came with 2 controllers and 9 games and all the hookups. Now, it was sold as, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to turn on the system. Okay, so, obviously that's a red flag right away. When there is a caveat. Anytime there's any kind of caveat, they're just sort of shielding themselves towards, bad reviews or something. But yeah, so here are some of the games that came with it. And this was actually a pretty bad experience because the system would not even turn on. Yes, and I tried many different ways. You know, I cleaned all the games. I didn't clean the actual IC reader inside the Megadrive itself, but I did clean all the games. And there were some cool games that I really wanted to play, but it just did not work. Now, fortunately, I still had 2 days, so I decided to go on Facebook Marketplace to try to find someone who sold a loose system, because now I had all the hookups, I had tons of games, so all I needed now was the actual system. Now here is the system that I bought that came with all the hookups, and as you can see, it doesn't turn on, you know, which is a shame, of course, but that's how it is. So actually, I went on Facebook Marketplace and I did find a second system. So I did get that. Now the thing is, with the second system, it said the one who sold it said, "Oh, it works perfectly. You know, it's very easy to turn on and off." But as we will see here soon, that's not really true, and that's a shame. So anyways, let's take a look at the second system. Here we go. I decided to try out Rambo 3, which I actually thought would be the same version as the Amiga version, you know, the same game, because that's also a 16-bit system, but it's not. Anyways, yeah, so this is one of the games that I bought previously, and it's freshly cleaned, and as you can see, at first it didn't turn on, but then it finally turned on, but it didn't read the cartridge properly. Now, I'm not really sure whether this is the IC reader inside the unit itself, or if it's just if most of my cartridges are bad, because this it does read some cartridges, as we will see soon, but not nearly enough. I think it read maybe 4 or 5 cartridges, I think, out of the 20 something I had. So that's definitely not a very good experience, and to be honest, it dampened my whole holiday. Because I was looking forward to, you know, playing some cool Mega Drive games on the original hardware. Now, I know I can go onto my Xbox and I can play, you know, all the Mega Drive games I want, but that's not really the point. Okay, so I decided to try another game, and this time it will read the game, and this is Curse, which is sort of kind of a mediocre Japanese exclusive, I believe, 2D shooter on the Mega Drive. But I saw it cheap, so I picked it up, and as you can see here, it reads this cartridge perfectly. Audio and video, you know, just perfect. I have no idea what's going on here, so I'll have to look into that a little bit later. And here we have some other things I picked up. I picked up Wizardry, Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord for the Game Boy, and the reason I picked this one up is that because it's the same thing as in the Famicom games. You can go into the menus and you can actually change the language and you can play it in English. And I decided to get the Super Game Boy, which allows me to play Game Boy games on my Super Famicom. And then I got 2 games for the Famicom. This is Star Wars, the most expensive game I've ever bought for the system, 200 baht, I believe. And then Bomber King.